What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Douglas M again, and right now I'm gonna go over my universal wireless Ethernet adapter. It's called a NETGEAR WNCE2001, and this is an Ethernet to wireless adapter. Basically, that's the best way to describe it. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about it. And I'm surprised like companies are not really pushing stuff like this, because it's so needed in, today's home living room setups and so forth. For example, you would need this if, like, say, for instance, take me, for example, my wireless router and my Time Warner router is up in my bedroom because I work from home. And so that's out of my bedroom. So obviously, well, where you're looking at is my living room, which is downstairs. So there's no way, no easy way that I can run a cable all the way from my router upstairs to down in the living room downstairs. I couldn't even see it. Maybe when the house was built that it would be easy, but right now that is close to impossible or very expensive to do, which no one's going to pay for. So this is where this comes in. Because what it does is it grabs your Wi-Fi connection, and then it has an Ethernet part on the back. I don't know if you can really see it. It has an Ethernet to the back. So it grabs your Wi-Fi connection, then you take the Ethernet and plug it into whatever you need to plug it into to make it work, whether it be a single device or a router. So I'm going to touch on that really quick. I have a refurbished one, so I paid about $30 for it, but I think brand new is like $40 to $50. I know on Amazon you can get it on eBay. You can get. I think they sell it outright at Walmart. Okay, just to give you a quick pricing example. But again, you would need this again if you needed the reason why I got it is my receiver, my surround sound receiver is a network receiver, but it doesn't have Wi-Fi, and Yamaha did not provide or make available a dongle. That's one of those Wi-Fi like adapters specific to that company's unit that will make you run Wi-Fi for that device. Well, they didn't make that, so I had to find a way to get internet connection to my device, and so this is the cheapest and easiest way to do that. So that's why you would get it. Now, a couple things about this I'll talk about. Cool thing about it is it comes with two connections. It comes with a USB powered cord, meaning you can plug it in and get power via USB, which I don't recommend. Or you can use the plug. It would be like a USB, or no, it would be like just a plug. One end is a plug and one end is like this piece right here. It plugs right into the device. So yeah, I would recommend you doing that. And basically how it works is you're going to take, when you first get the unit, you're going to use the USB piece and plug it into your computer, and right away the NETGEAR screen should come up. If it doesn't, then you have a problem. I had a problem with that. I had to hook it up to my Google TV, and it worked right away. I think my laptop and my desktop had some viruses in the past, and it might have gave me a problem with that prompt coming up when I hooked it up to the USB on my desktop and my laptop. I don't know what happened there. But when I hooked it up to my Google TV via USB, the NETGEAR prompt came up, and I configured the Wi-Fi, because that's what you first have to do. A lot of people don't know that. I don't know why, but you have to configure this. You have to hook it up to your computer, and you have to hook it up to your Wi-Fi. So you're going to need to know your router's name and password. Like, for instance, or it might be default. I don't know. You would have to find that out before you do this, before you set this up. So, for instance, I have a Linksys router, and it has a default, username and password, and it's just default. You can find that out online if you Google it. But if you renamed yours, then definitely, make sure you find out what that is, because you're going to need that. You're going to need the username, the name of your router and the password. You're definitely going to need that. And once you hook that up, it actually locks into your Wi-Fi. So every time you plug it in, which I'll show you in a minute, it will connect to your Wi-Fi. And so what you do with that, you could do two choices. You have two choices. You can actually hook that into the device itself, or you can hook the Ethernet cable, which is here. This is what I'm talking about. You can hook the Ethernet cable into a device, or you can hook it up into a router. Now, I hooked mine up to a router, and it worked right away. I didn't even configure the router. I just hooked it. After I configured the NETGEAR piece, I hooked it. It had the Wi-Fi. And actually, let me show you. This right here is the power button, that first button. The middle button is LAN. That means I have an Ethernet hooked into something, right? And then the last shows that I have Wi-Fi. So I'm going to actually plug it out. I'm going to plug the power out and plug it back in, so to show you how. And I'll plug the LAN out just so you can see it. See if I got an angle here. Just so you can see it. Come on. So it may take some time, but that's how it looks with just the power light on. So actually, let me go ahead and hit reset. What is it? Yeah, you see it going there. So now it's looking for my Wi-Fi connection. It takes a while. It doesn't come on right away. It could take up to 2 minutes, actually. And I definitely recommend you using the plug, because with the USB, it loses connection too much. And it could be because I have a refurbished one, so I don't know. But also too, I wouldn't really. Now the great thing about this is a universal adapter, so it will work with anything. It doesn't give a crap what you're trying to hook up. If it has an Ethernet, whether it's an Apple product, a Sony product, a Samsung product, it doesn't give a crap. It will feed it internet. Okay. So, but I mean, if I'm gaming, I don't know if I would use this. You know what I'm saying? Like on my Xbox, or because let's say on my receiver, it has Pandora on it, and I use that for that and Sirius XM radio. And if I'm listening to it for like, say, maybe 3 hours, it would give out. Sometimes after a while, like 2-3 hours. So, if you're gaming, and I don't know, it could be because mine is a refurbished. So, but I don't usually listen to the radio that long, so that's not a problem. But it does happen from time to time. I would, on the scale, like I would say, if I'm running Pandora on my receiver 10 times for 2 hours straight, it would happen twice. So 2 out of 10 times it would mess up. So gaming, I don't know, but maybe check the reviews on Amazon and stuff, because maybe when you when you get a new one instead of a refurbished one, or maybe a different refurbished one than I got, maybe it's just my luck, it might work better. So I can't talk to that because I don't have a new one. Okay. So other than that, what else do I need to talk to you about on this? Of course, it's compatible with Windows 7, Vista, XP 2000, Mac, or Linux. Okay. And that's really about it. But again, the reason why you would use this is if you have a device that doesn't have Wi-Fi and doesn't have a dongle, or if you just wanted to have one device that hooks up to a second router in your location, and that feeds the internet, so you can just feed different items. Like what I have now, I put it to my router, And now I give my TV internet and my receiver internet. Even though my TV is Wi-Fi, I would rather have it Ethernet because it's just stable. And, you know, it's not interfering, taking away from my Wi-Fi and my other devices in the house. So that's it. We're still waiting here on it to get connection. So we're just going to wait on that there and see when that comes there. All right, there it is, finally. We got the Wi-Fi connection, as you see right there. That's steady green light. I'm going to go ahead and hook up my the Ethernet cable, Cat 5. And then you should see the middle light come on. And that means that it is feeding my router internet, my wired router or wireless, it doesn't matter. So that's about it, guys. I will have a part 2 video because I am having some issues with using apps and apps for my phone and tablets to interact with my devices hooked up, like my receiver and my TV. It looks like the IP address is having some issues. Going through my router and using these apps on my phone, it's not connecting that way. So I'm going to have a part 2 video when I figure that out, how to properly connect this device to your router so that when you use these apps on your phone and tablet, it would recognize your router and you'll be able to use it. Because right now, I'm not able to do that. If you guys may know how to do that, just definitely put it in the comments. Or if that's able to be done, I don't know. But I have a guy that's real good with computers. One of my buddies, he's gonna come down and one of these days that I'm off, he's gonna come up and check it out and go back into the diagnostics and see. Because like I said, I just hooked this piece up with my to my computer, hooked up the Wi-Fi, made it find, my username and all that stuff and hooked it up. Once it got the Wi-Fi signal, I bought a cheap router from the computer store for like $20. And let me see if I'll show you the router. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, there it goes. A cheap little $20 router that I got from the computer store for like $20. There's proof right there that it's getting internet. And when I turn, let me turn on my receiver. I'll show you guys too, proof that it's getting internet. And let me turn on my TV. Where's my remote? Oh, you see one light just came on. And let me turn on my TV. Where is that device? Got so many daggone remotes over here. Alright, so I'm going to turn on my TV. And so you should see, so there you go, right there is proof. You got 1, that's my TV, and 2, that's my receiver. Let's see. That's proof that this thing right here is giving it internet. So yeah, so that's about it, guys. And again, I'm going to have a part 2 of this explaining how or what I didn't do to get this to really connect to your network so you can interact with it with apps and for your tabs and your phones and stuff like that, which really isn't a big deal as long as, it does feed the internet to these devices effortlessly. And it's pretty cool. I like that part. And that's really what I got it for, but it would be nice to use these apps and stuff like that with it. But I'll have a part 2 on that. Let me stop rambling. Anyway, it's your boy Douglas M. I'm going to turn these items off so you can see them power off as well. See the lights go away. It's proof I just turned off my TV, turned off the receiver. And should be back to, just the WLAN light on. All right. Well, it's your boy Douglas M. Remember to subscribe, hit like if you like it. And